Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. This is screenshots from Terry's Theories, YouTube channel Terry's Theories, from the video We Will Not Go Quietly Into the Night, UFO. And this is some of the shots he put up from the sun. I just want to show y'all some things, folks. I'm just here to show you. Eye, nose, mouth, beard, goatee, mustache. You see the lips, head. Just take a look at that, folks, and let that resonate. Okay, this is on the surface of the sun. I'll zoom in more so you can clearly see that's a man's face. Eyes, nose, lips, thick mustache, goatee, and beard. You can see the beard line going up his cheek. Hair. Now I'm going to zoom out for perspective. Now I'm going to zoom all the way out. Shout out Terry's Theories. Bring up some light. This is where we were right here, folks. Now, that's my finger. I'm going to zoom in where that is. See the guy? I'm going to move on and show you some more things. Surface of the sun. See this face right here? Giant entity in the sun. See his nose, his eyes, his mouth, and something spewing out of it. I'll hold that in tight and pull down some light. You see it? Now I'm going to zoom out. See how his mouth is all crooked and this thing is spewing out of his mouth? And when I zoom into that, it's another entity or being. Seeing is believing, folks. This wouldn't be the first time I had pics from the Solar Observatory. And if I have time, I'll show a few of those again tonight, because some of the same characters are popping out. Now follow me. Gigantic head. Eyes illuminated. Giant nose and nostrils. Mouth. Something spilling out of it, which I just showed you is another entity or being. Now I'm going to zoom in on the giant head. I'm going to zoom in on the eyes now. See the thing on top of his head? Now I'm going to zoom out. Pull the light back to normal. Giant head, nose, eyes. Something on top of his head. I have videos where I show these entities look like they have something on their head, an appendage from the old cartoon called the Snorks. You see it? Pulling back out for perspective. We were right here. Moving quick. More beings and entities. Right here. Let the focus catch up. Pull down some light. All types of crazy looking creatures interacting with one another. You see this living creature right here with the eye. I'll zoom in on it. Look at that, folks. I mean, look at the eye. Look at the detail in the skin of the creature. And when we trace it up, it's what's coming out of the mouth of the giant being, the giant head we just showed. So I was spilling out. I'm just showing you, folks. It's not new to me. I'm not surprised. I've seen it before. Strange looking craft. It's entities and beings standing all around. This one appears to be wearing a gas mask. You see the eyes are cut out, the helmet, the breathing apparatus in the front. You see it. Entities and beings standing around. Zoom out some more. Show you some more of this craziness. Okay. We'll go right here. Show you the giant UFO craft. Okay, where is it? Let me find it, folks. Zoom out a little bit. Okay. It's right here. Look at this face, folks. Wouldn't be the first time I show a giant dragging looking creature coming out of the sun. Or is the sun. See the horns? The face? Nose? Eye? Horn in the front? Watch when I zoom out. Giant living creature, folks. Here's his mouth right here. Here's his eye. And then if we look above it, more strange looking giant faces being projected. Entities and beings all in the backdrop. Faces, people. More faces being projected. Look at this face. The lips, the eyes, the face going around the head. Look at the fur on the chin, people, and the lips. I'll zoom in to show you. That's fur. See the lips of the creature? Eyeballs. Faces on top of faces. This stuff is crazy, folks. I'm here to show you. Zoom out so we can track the gigantic beast once again. Here's the front of his face. Horn in the front. Nostril. And here's his eye. Looks like the face of Godzilla. Look at the bony structure that makes up the head and the body. Moving on, folks. Terry's theories again from the same video. I'll pull down the light and show you that this is some type of winged entity that's spewing out of the sun. Here's the wings. Multiple wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I count 7 wings. Here's the head of the entity. I'll zoom in on his face. You see his eyes, his nose, his mouth. This is the bird feathers that's coming off the top of the head. I'll pull down the light so you can see it for yourself. I don't need to explain that that's a face with eyeballs and everything. With feathers. And these are called solar flares, but everything's spiritual here, folks. Believe it or not, seeing is believing. And you see the third eye. There's always some symbolism for the third eye, and that's a clear pyramid. I'll zoom in on it. Zoom back out for perspective. to show you the giant winged entity. Just showed you the face, the head feathers, the feathers of the body. I mean, come on, look at that, folks. That looks like bird wings to me. Some type of angel wings. Something we know to be wings. Look at that. Peace, love, and light. I see different. That's all it is. I'm here to show you. Moving on. This is an entity that I've captured and other solar observatory pics. Is a giant astronaut-looking being wearing a suit that's looks like the suit from off of Toy Story that Buzz Lightyear wore. Like, no exaggeration. You can see the detail. I'll zoom in on the creature's face. You see it's an animal creature. Looks like the raccoon character from off of Guardians of the Galaxy. You see, this is the helmet that's going around his head. And then if I zoom out, you see the suit that it's wearing. It's in. This will be the shoulder, the front part of the suit, and whatever apparatus or machinery that's attached. I'll zoom in. I know that sounds crazy, but I'll show you another picture. And I'll zoom in on the animal-looking face once again. You see it? Raccoon. Moving on. Let me pull the light back up and just let that resonate. Okay, and then I pulled that entity out from here. I just flipped it so you can see it the right side up. But he's right there. Okay, take you to the full shot of the winged being bursting out of the sun. I showed you his face right here. I'll show you again. It's very clear to see. 2 eyes, nose, crazy looking mouth, bird feathers coming off the top of the head, pyramid in the middle of the 3rd eye. Let me see, folks. So much going on in these pictures. It's just ridiculous. It's gonna let it resonate, and I'm gonna move on. Same shot. Look at that. Can't mistake that for a face. Serious face, eyeballs and everything. You can see it's looking toward the right. Seeing is believing, folks. Time for cognitive dissonance is over. Shout out, good brother. Okay. Pull this one in close so we can go in. I'll show you the giant dragon face again that makes up the sun. From what I see, the sun is a giant living being that represents the dragon. You see his gigantic face, bumpy scales. Here's his eyeball, ridges on the forehead, and this crazy appendage is coming out of its nose. I'll zoom in a little more. Entities and beings and creatures everywhere. Look at this, folks. Nothing but eyeballs just staring back at you. People, creatures, stuff you never ever seen before. No one ever put in any category. Then I'll zoom in down here to show you some of the entities that are standing below the sun. 1, 2, 3, 4 that I see clearly. And I'll zoom in on this one entity's face right here. Just take a look, folks. Unbelievable. Look at this guy. You can see the hat that he's wearing and everything. You see that's a brown face with the eyeball, right? Hair on the side, hair on the top like a mohawk, beard, elongated nose. Looks Egyptian. 2 bumps on his forehead. Seeing is believing, folks. Wake up. Take you inside, deep, just to show you some of the beings that are about. Everything's living. Nothing just could be an energy ball that just gives life to this place, and that be it. Look at this light being's face right here. Just take a look, folks. That's crazy. More faces. Another crazy looking face right here with horns on the head, wings. Let's zoom out some more. I don't want to forget anything. Okay. Strange looking face yelling out of the sun right here. Eye, the other eye is obscured. Nose, mouth wide open like it's yelling. You see it? Look at that. Mouth wide open, yelling. Eye, nose, right eye is not there. Okay, let's see here. Massive structure. Looks like scaffolding. Crazy, folks. Same Terry Sterry. Pictures of the sun. I'm just here to show you. Matter of fact, let me show you the entities that are being teleported up. You see that face right there. The two-tone face is look like it's red, white in the middle, then red. You see the eyes, the nose, the mouth. That's very clear to see. Then we have the entity that's right next to him right here. You see his eyes, nose, mouth. I'll zoom in on them really tight so I can get them both in side by side. Then zoom out for perspective. One entity there, another there. Look at that face. Zoom out. Pull the light back down to normal. Show you this guy standing right here in a robe. He's standing on the outside of the vessel. Gotta pull down the light. There it is. You clearly can see the hood going over his face. Here's his arms out and his body and robe. Let me zoom in. You can see that, folks. Look like he has a patch over his left eye. Can't make it up. You'll see he's standing right outside the craft. Let me pull the light back to normal, just to focus. Let's let this catch up. Here we go. He's right here. The massive teleportation and ship is all right here. He's standing right on the outside of it with a crazy looking glow going around him. I'll zoom in tight again. Zoom back out. In perspective, he's right here. The people are being pushed up and the entities are being pushed up out of the portal, the sun, this way. I'll show you the entities that are riding this massive teleportation out of the sun all the way up to here. And it's a little dark, but you still can see that it's 2 beings. Okay, let's let the focus catch up. There we go. And then maybe adjust the light up. That's as far as I can go. Here's the silhouette, head and shoulders of one, and the other one's right here, head and shoulders. and you can see the face clearly. Let's see if I can zoom in a little tighter. Okay, I'll super zoom in, and then there we have it. This is being pushed out of the sun. And if we trail back down, you see, follow my finger. This part of the ejection that's coming out of the sun, following, right into here. And then when I show you right in here, you see the entities that are also being pushed out of the sun. You see the guy right here, his face. You see the one entity right there and the one that's right above him. Face, eye, nose, mouth. Face, of course, two-tone, lips, eyes, nose. Then we have an entity that's right on top of this guy right here. And you see his ears, eyes, and mouth. We will call them alien. Moving on. Then we have another being right here. Another one right here. Then we have a snake or some type of lizard creature right here. Let me pull that in so you can see like what I'm saying is right and correct. You see the detail and the different colors and the lines of the snake. The spot going on is across from his eye. His eye's mouth is open. Zoom out for perspective. That's the snake right there. We zoom back out. Entity right here with a helmet on. Another one right here. It looks like an owl. Eyes, nose. I'll zoom in on him. It's the one right here. The other one is right here. See the spike on the top of his head. Here's his beak. People standing around. You see this guy standing here with a white garment on. He has a gigantic cone head. I'll try to zoom in as tight as I can on his face. Okay, that's about as tight as I can get, and I'll pull down the light so you can see. Here's his head, here's his body. Zoom back out. Standing right here, folks. I'll pull down the light once again, and you can see. World of weirdness, folks. I'm just here to show you. Massive UFO craft coming out of the sun. Right here. You see the top part of it is gold. The bottom is black. Disc shape. Okay. And I have another one where the giant winged bird is coming out. Let's see here. It's right here, folks. Here it is right here. The wings, the body, the beak, and the top part is a UFO disc-shaped craft. You see the beak right there. That's the body of the giant bird, the phoenix, and here's the wings. Ridiculous. Okay, here's another shot of the giant bird creature. Follow me. Let the zoom catch up. Pull up some light. Okay, let's see. Just going to go back over to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I'm going to take you to that giant Buzz Lightyear character. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Here we go, folks. This is from more Solar Observatory pics. And you can see that the gigantic Buzz Lightyear character is a common theme for some reason on the sun. You see the giant, massive suit. Looks like he has weaponry on it attached to his arm. Something's striking him in the face. You can see the detail going around the suit. You see the helmet going across his head. You can even see the spike on top of the helmet. I'll zoom in. See it right there? Here's his face. Here's the backside of the suit. The detail of it coming around. The weapons that are on its shoulder. I'll see if I have a better shot of that. I'm moving fast, folks. I don't have a bunch of time. And I got more videos to do. Yeah, that might be the best shot I have of the Buzz Lightyear looking character. But you clearly can see this is not natural. That's looks just like the Buzz Lightyear suit. You see the appendage on top of the head, the helmet, the rear part of the suit behind his head. I mean, just gonna let that sink in right there. Pull some light up, zoom it all the way out. And this is from Solar Observatory pics, folks. Giant, massive UFO vessels that look like cats. I mean, that looks like helicopter skids. Let's see if I can get this to focus in. Pull up some light. Clearly can see structure. And look at the portal. Always the portal, the sun. Look at that. And an entity going through. Because all they want is peace, love, and light. Not the hell that they call Earth. And you can see this guy. Look at his posture. Like he has his hands in his pocket. And believe it or not, he's ushering other people into the light. Look at them. They're all in line waiting. The entrance to heaven, folks. Believe it or not, it's real. Peace, love, and light. I'm going to freeze that there with the guy going through the portal. And these are pictures of the sun, people. Shout out to Red Square because I got this from his channel. And he's no longer around. I don't know what happened to him, but I hope he's okay. Peace.